Okay, hello everybody, and welcome to Hirakata City in Osaka Prefecture. And what you just saw was the special, especially decorated Keihan train for Thomas the train, Thomas and Friends, the cartoon. So, hello everybody, and today I'm here at Miyanosaka Station. This is on the Keihan line, on the Katano line, Keihan Railway, and this is for the Katano line. As you can see, it's station KH61, and we are between Hoshigaoka Station, which is going toward Katano City and Kisaichi, and going to the right is Hirakata, which is the final stop on this line, which would intersect with the Keihan main line, where you can connect to trains going to Kyoto or Osaka. So just a little information about this station before we leave. But this train station opened back in 1940 on September 11th, and in the year 2016 about 5,800 people came through here every day. As you can see, there are two platforms. There's platform number 1 to the left, just here close to me, and that would be for the trains going to Hirakata Station. And on the right, platform number 2 would be for the trains going to Katano down to Kisaichi Station at the end of the train line. And one more point before we leave this station is the name of this station actually used to be Nakamiya Station, and then they changed it in 1971 to Miyanosaka Station. So I'll show you the timetables. Okay, so we're going to leave the station, and we're going to explore the area. And then these are the timetables going toward Kisaichi Station. So you can see they have trains every 7 or 8 minutes. Oh, and here's the timetable for the Thomas train. Okay, so here's the plan. This video is going to have 2 sections, and here we're going to go to the right, and we're going to go to Kinya Kurumazuka Park. We're going to see a little bit of history. We're going to visit some historic sites, and then after that, I'll stop filming, and I'll come back to the station and go out the other direction, and we'll see kind of the shopping district. It's kind of a busy shopping area here in Hirakata City. So this is a pachinko. Here on the left, this is a pachinko parlor, which is kind of a type of gambling, I guess. It's like a pinball, I guess, like a pinball machine. They're extremely noisy. They're extremely noisy and really smoky. A lot of people smoke inside. But basically, when you win, you get balls, and then at the end you turn in those balls, and then I guess you can get money or other things, I don't know. Anyway, you can see it's a really, really big business. There are these huge pachinko places all over Japan. There's a bakery. So this may be the busiest train station on the Katano line. There's a lot happening here. And of course it's just the next station away from Hirakata Station, which is even busier than this. And here's a Sundi. And this is kind of like a supermarket here. Yeah, it's a pretty busy area. If you watch my other videos on the Katano line, if you watch Murano Station, Hoshigaoka Station, this is definitely the busiest. Takoyaki, yakisoba, horomonyaki, coin laundry, dry cleaners. You can park your bike here next to the station. And there's the train. So this is my first time here going to this park that we're going to. I've been here, but not to the park, so I may have to check my map a few times, but I think it should be really easy. We just go straight and turn right. So if you look over in that direction, you see something that looks like a castle. And that's a love hotel. So you can get a room for just a few hours. And that's kind of a landmark here in Hirakata. It's really, really bright at night. So if you're walking around, you get lost, you just look for those lights and you'll know where you are. I think this might be the park. It was really close. I thought it would be further away. So I didn't know about this place until today when I was doing some research. And actually this is a super, super historic area. It's really important, so maybe I can find some information here. Wow, it's really busted up. It's kind of hard to read. But I got a lot of information in English that I'll share with you. But basically this is a burial tomb. And you can see here it kind of has this keyhole shape. And this is in Japanese, kohun. And you can see here it's like a burial mound here. And so yeah, you can read the information in Japanese. You can pause it if you want. But this is a really special type of burial tomb in Japan, especially for emperors and really, really important people. And so this is called Kinya Kurumazuka tomb, and this park around it, which is really kind of strange to think that there's a park next to this really important burial tomb. But let's check it out. don't really see, I thought there would be a information board. We're going to take a quick walk around it. So I'll just give you some information that I found. I did a lot of translating from Japanese into English to get this information. Again, I couldn't find anything in English. So let's see. This is it was designated as a National Historic Site back on March 22nd, 1972. And as I showed you, it has that keyhole shape. And this was made back in the 4th century. So it's super, super old. The dimensions of this burial tomb in length, it would be 120 meters or 393 feet. In diameter, 63 meters or 206 feet. And the width is 55 meters or 180 feet. And they have excavated a Haniwa statue. And if you don't know what Haniwa is, just Google it, Haniwa. But Haniwa statue is just kind of like a clay figure, like a soldier, kind of. If you want to see what it looks like, you can Google that. And they have found a lot of similarities between this burial tomb and the Hoshihaka burial tomb in Sakurai City in Nara, which has a lot of famous, very ancient burial tombs there. So the Yodo River, this is on the left bank of the Yodo River, and it's on the right bank of the Amano River. So the location is kind of important. They've been doing excavations here since 1970, and they still don't know exactly what's inside the tomb itself. Of course, they are probably really careful not to damage it. And this is the oldest mound in Osaka Prefecture, and that's saying a lot because Sakai City has a lot of the 2 out of the 3 largest burial tombs in all of Japan are in Sakai City in Osaka Prefecture. So this one is older than that. And I know Takatsuki City also has some burial tombs. And then there's also Kinya Kurumazuka, which I believe I may have filmed in my video when I did a walk around the Nakamiya neighborhood. So if you want to see that, you can watch that video as well. And they think that these burial tombs, these really important burial tombs, are probably connected to the traffic of the boats that came up and down the Yodo River, and of course the Amano River as well. And so they think this is probably the tomb of a former chief or a really important person. They just didn't make these kinds of tombs for anybody. So they make these kinds of tombs for emperors, as I said. And also in my video for Yamanobe no Michi in Nara Prefecture, actually in Sakurai City, I filmed another burial tomb there of one of the emperors. So anyway, you can see this right here at Miyanosaka Station. Not very far. I was really surprised how close it was. And then one last thing before we finish up is the Amano River, as I mentioned, the Amano-gawa in Japanese. And this is it right here. Looks like they have a little place where you can sit. But yeah, you can see the river, and then you can see the park right over there, and then the burial tomb is right there. And they got a little walking path here along the river, which is really nice. And then here's some information about the Amano-gawa. And I don't know a lot, but I think I read that this is actually the dirtiest river in the Kansai area. Maybe you can read some more about it here. But I think they're doing some renovations and doing some things to really purify and clean the water here in the Amano-gawa. Of course, you could see this in my other video for Hoshigaoka Station. So this river, it runs parallel to the Katano Line, which would be just over to the left. And then I believe it's Route 168 just right over there on the other side. You can see there's quite a bit of traffic. But yeah, this is the Amano Gawa. It starts on the border between Osaka Prefecture and Nara Prefecture up in Ikoma. And it flows all the way down through here to Hirakata City. Keeps going that way all the way down to the Yodo River. And yeah, and then once you get over close to Hirakata Station, it's one of the most famous places in Hirakata City to see the cherry blossoms. A lot of people go there and have a picnic, cherry blossom viewing party. And actually today I just saw that they were putting up the lanterns, getting ready for the cherry blossom viewing parties. And they're expecting that the cherry blossoms will open up this week. So I will be making some videos about the cherry blossoms very, very soon. They opened in Tokyo just 2 days ago. And they're saying that this year is probably it's tying the record for the earliest year for the cherry blossoms to open up. Okay, so I'm going to stop the video here. I'm going to walk back to the station, and then I'm going to walk out the other direction and show you kind of the commercial shopping district here close to Miyanosaka Station. Okay, see you. Okay, so here we are back at Miyanosaka Station, and we're going to go out the other side here toward Kinya and Nakamiya. Of course, there's a Family Mart right here, a convenience store. And this is like a covered shopping arcade. Shopping zone called El Miyanosaka. You can see they have lots of different kinds of stores. Hair salons. There's a dental clinic. 100 yen store. You can hear they're playing music. But there it is. The Miyanosaka. So I think Keihan has several different locations for shopping near their stations. So if you could see in my Hirakata Kuzuha Station video, you could also see there was a Kuzuha for Keihan. I think the L may come from the L train in Chicago, maybe like an elevated train. It's above us, and down below they have a shopping arcade. I think maybe, I don't know. I tried to research it and couldn't find, but when I think about the L train, maybe that's kind of the image that people have. So there's the 100 yen shop. That's like a dollar store. So lots of restaurants and shopping. Coffee shop. Udon. There's the post office. So there's quite a bit happening here. You can see they're playing music. They got these special lights. And it's all, Japanese would say Showa poi. It's kind of like frozen in the Showa era, which would be like in the late 70s or 80s. So we're gonna walk a little bit further along this way. So other things you can find here close to the station would be the Keihan bus stop, which of course is called Miyanosaka. And then Kurara Temple Ruins Park and Kuraro Shrine, which is one of the Hirakata Hake, one of the 8 scenic spots of Hirakata. And I made another video of that, so if you're interested, please check it out. There's also a psychiatric medical center. Of course, we've already seen the Kinya Kurumazuka tomb. Of course, there's the post office right there. There's also a library. And then for schools, there's a Josho Keikoen Junior High School and Senior High School, Mating Elementary School. So we're going to keep walking down this way. I want to show you one last thing before we end this video. But you can see it's a pretty busy area. I think I came here one time to a Chinese restaurant for gyoza, the Chinese dumplings. So we're just going to walk a little bit further down. There's a really big shopping area down here. But you can see it's a pretty busy area. Karaoke, karaoke. It's a nice apartment. So we're really getting close to the city center of Hirakata City. Yeah, here's a Koko Ichiban, which is a chain for curry. It's everywhere in Japan. I've eaten there a few times. There used to be a Saizeria here, but I think it closed. Saizeria is a kind of a family restaurant. It's really cheap. You can have pretty decent food for a good price. High value. So yeah, this is the last thing I want to show you here. It's this big shopping district. It's called Izumiya. And I'm not going to go in, but just kind of show you what it looks like from the outside. So this is kind of like a department store maybe, or a supermarket, but they sell everything inside, from sports clothes, I don't know. They've got like a bakery, lots of clothing stores. I see there's a Mr. Donut over there. Seria, which is like a dollar store, 100 yen shop. There it is. Izumiya. So this would be much cheaper than a lot of other department stores. It's not as high class, so the prices would be more reasonable. There it is, Izumiya. This is one of the main areas to see here at Miyanosaka Station. Alright, so there it is, and if you go down just a little bit further, there's a Megane Ichiba, which is a glasses store, and then there's a AU store, which is for cell phones. If you turn left at that intersection right there where the bus just passed by, that will get you really close to Hirakata Station. So, and that's, you'll cross the Amano, and that's where the cherry blossoms are. So anyway, this kind of gives you a view of Miyanosaka Station and how it connects over to Hirakata Station as well. So anyway, I think this is where we're going to end the video today. Again, I'm going around making videos of all the train stations in Hirakata City in Osaka Prefecture. So if you like, or if you're interested in trains or train stations, definitely subscribe to this channel. Click like, leave a comment down below, English or Japanese, it doesn't matter. And I'm also making videos of everything in Japan. If it's food, travel, culture, history, anything like that, I'm trying to bring all of this to you wherever you may be in the world. So anyway, I hope you enjoy these videos, and I'll see you next time. See ya.